If you have a PDF that you want your students to respond to in your Google Classroom while they're working remotely, consider putting it into Google Slides. Here in this Google slide, you can see that students can just click here to type their response. The PDF is acting as an image in the background. I have resized my Google slide to the size of a piece of paper. I then inserted the image of the PDF as a background. This means my students cannot move the background and can only type where I've asked them to. Let me show you how you can do that. Here I have a PDF that I found on my Google Drive. I want to make sure I can see the entire PDF on my screen. Go to the right-hand side, click the minus sign to zoom out until you can see the entire page. Depending on the device you have, taking a screenshot can vary. Use this website to find out how you can do it on your specific device. Be sure you get the entire image in your screenshot, and that has been saved to my desktop. It may save somewhere different on your computer or device. The next step is to go to Google Slides. Now this is your traditional size of your Google slide. I'm going to remove these text boxes just by clicking on them and clicking delete. I go to File and Page Setup. Choose Custom. Now we know that a piece of paper is 8.5 by 11 and click Apply. I now have a whole piece of paper. I want to add the image of that screenshot as the background of my Google slide. Adding it as a background will make it a permanent part of the slide and students will not be able to move it. So click Background, choose Image. If you saved your image to your Google Drive, you would go here. Since I saved it to my computer, I have Upload and I click Browse. This was the screenshot I took and I click Open. Click Done. You will see that this image is now the background of my Google slide. I can't move it. I can't edit it. But what I can do is put text boxes in the locations where I want students to type. To do that, you can either choose Insert Text Box or use this icon here. Use your mouse to draw the text box. If you have older students, you could probably ask them to add their own text boxes. But since this is new to my students, I'm just going to start with a text box with some instructions for them. Type your response here. Since this text box is going to be the same as this one, I'm going to click on it, copy it by clicking Control-C on my keyboard, or I can click Edit, Copy. I'm going to click over here, and I'm going to paste it, which is Control-V on your desktop. You could also right-click and paste, and you could also click Edit, Paste. Once it's there, use your mouse to drag it into location. You can continue adding text boxes in the same manner. I need one for name. I need another text box here for the topic. Now if you need to resize that, simply click on it and drag it upwards a little bit. And now it's aligned. If you would like to draw your students' attention to the specific text boxes that they must complete, select a text box. Once the box is selected, you have a few options. One option is to use Fill Color. Select a color, and students will know to draw their attention right to that box. Another option, once you have a box selected, you can also change the border color as well as the border width, which will also draw your students' attention to that area. Once you've added the text boxes where you want them, you can add this to your Google Classroom. In Google Classroom, click Create Assignment. Once you've added the title and the instructions for your assignment, click Add. You're adding from your Google Drive. Google Classroom defaults to your Recent tab, and since we were just working on the Trends Over Time assignment, I click on it and I add. Here I want to select Make a Copy for each student, so every student will get a copy of this assignment in their Google Classroom, and they will have their own Trends Over Time that they can work on. If you want to assign to multiple classrooms, remember you can do that here. Select the classes you want it to go to, add point value, a due date if you have a topic, and then click Assign. There it is in Google Classroom. On the student side, when they click Trends Over Time and they view the assignment, they can open the work from here because it's been preloaded for them. They get their own copy of the assignment. They can add their responses. Once they have completed the assignment in Google Classroom, they can click Turn In. And that's how you can turn a PDF into a document that can be assigned in Google Classroom for every student.